Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm unboxing Darkest Dungeon, the board game. This is a game from Mythic Games, and yeah, this has been, it's kind of had a bit of a weird campaign. Like, the campaign itself was fine, but then, yeah, let's not go into the post-campaign stuff. The board game is here. It's Darkest Dungeon, but it's a sunny day outside, so you're going to have some lovely shadowing happening here. But I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go to the strong box, show you what's in this little box here about Musketeer. And, of course, the Crimson Court, I might do separately. But let's take a look at what's inside the base board game. Before we look inside, this is a really heavy game. Let's take a look at the back. So, it's a board game. The tabletop adaptation of the acclaimed video game. Play your favourite heroes in 3D in a cooperative dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. Accept missions, dispatch imminent threats, and help restore the hamlet and the heir's mansion to its former glory. But beware, either at death's door or at your wit's end, you will have to uproot evil itself from the Darkest Dungeon. So 1 to 4 players, 90 minutes, and it's 14 plus. Okay, well, not a great start. So we've got a little thank you thing here. We've got something about some more of this stuff. Rainbow Six Siege, we should have that coming to our channel as well. I did back that, but we'll see if there's any further problems with that. Okay, so the first thing we have is various different things for your hamlet to kind of improve your hamlet, which is where you kind of spend the game when you're not going through dungeons, fighting off monsters. Okay, so let's take a look at this punch board. And I'm going to have a real fun time getting all this back in the box, I imagine. Okay, so we've got things like the Stagecoach level 2. Oh, it's just one-sided as well. The Abbey, the Nomad Wagon, the Blacksmith, the Survivalist, Tavern, Sanitarium, Blacksmith 3. Now, I'm not quite sure why they didn't double these. Like, you could have had one side being Blacksmith 2 and the other side Blacksmith 3, but who knows? Maybe there's a reason for that. So yeah, they're all the different upgrades you can have to your hamlet. We've got our board, which is where we're going to be putting down, I believe, our hero stances on this one. And then we've got the torchlight and combat tracker. Hit points there. Got this guy there. And we've got first... I'm not quite sure what the tokens are for, if I'm honest. But yeah, we've got those. And yeah, these are the characters that are in this particular base game. So you've got the Crusader, the Hellion, the Bounty Hunter, the Highwayman, the Vestal, the Jester, the Plague Doctor, the Grave Robber, the Occultist, the Abomination, and the Arbalest. And the good thing is you flip it over and the Abomination's actually got the monster side, which is pretty cool. I'm not trying to pop these out, they've just come out. But yeah, so you've got those, a couple more, they're just coming out now. Yeah, decent kind of thick cardboard, so that's pretty good. All just popping out here. Then we have a lot of boards. This looks like it's going to be a nightmare to sort. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mythic will have some kind of solution. Or not, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so board-wise, the art is really nice. And these are double-sided, which is pretty cool. So, we've got that. Here's another one. And you're going to be putting like 2 or 3 of these out, maybe even more, I don't know, to kind of actually represent the dungeon when you're doing combat. Maybe just one, I don't know, we'll see. But the artwork on this is really nice, I really like it. That's not looking too healthy. So it looks like we're into the Darkest Dungeon at this point. I guess spoilers for the computer game if you've not played it. Right, well, man, where do we even start with this? So all of this is actually packaged up with some cellophane over the top. This just comes out, it seems. Okay, so we've got a ton of custom dice, and we are a channel called Die Rollin, so you can appreciate we do like dice on this. So we've got the various different kind of traps and stuff you're going to come across when you're doing your encounter phase, I believe. So you've got a bunch of dice there for that. Then you've got your provision dice. So these are going to be giving you things to help you out during your exploration of the dungeon. And there's, like I say, quite a few of those as well. But yeah, they've done some really nice kind of symbology on here as well. Iconography, symbology, I don't know. We've got some D10s here as well. So 4 of those. And then we've got these, I guess these are like checking to see if you guys die or not. Death blow dice, maybe. Okay, and then we've got a bunch of card boxes here. We're going to go to the card boxes first. I'm kind of worried that I shouldn't be opening some of this stuff up, but I don't think there's a legacy element to this game. But we shall find out the hard way, I guess. Okay. No sign of a rule book yet. Normally the rule book's on the top. So what do we get in this one? So we got the curio deck here. So here's some different things we're going to find in here. So let's take an example of one curio. So a confession booth, a forsaken confession booth. It hasn't been used in years. As you step inside, you feel a faint chill followed by a painful sting. As you shake the poisonous spider off your garment, your vision is blurred and you feel weak. Yeah, and then I believe we might have a test to do or something at that point. But yeah, there's quite a few of those curios there. Here's your curios. Not sure what this one is. Let's take a look. So this is the maps. So it tells you how to set these things up and tells you some special effects that happen in those particular places. And once again, we've got the same thing here. Not quite sure what the difference is between them at the moment. Maybe one's for the darkest dungeon and one's for just a regular dungeon. Or maybe one's for an easy mode, hard mode. I do not know. So I'll have to take a look at the rules, if they have rules in here. And I'll know after that. Let's put all the cards back in the boxes I found them in. Hopefully not messing up too much along the way. Okay, that's just one of the boxes. So next we have another box. Oh, so they actually tell you what's in there on the front there. So actually, I think we actually had 3 of those different card backs, and I only showed you 2 of those. Oh, and that could represent the 3 different acts you have to go through in this game. I don't know. Okay, that was very tricky to get into. So, what do we have here? Just chucking my cards everywhere. Okay, so there's 2 different decks of cards here. We've got disease cards, which all have different abilities. So you can get these diseases, which doesn't sound great for our hero characters. And then we've got, is this a fortune teller? I don't know. I honestly don't know what these are, but they sound pretty cool. Right, no idea what that is. But yeah, that's just box number 2 out of 9 boxes, I think. So some disease cards and some unknown cards as well. Great start. Okay, so next we've got some more cards. No idea what any of this stuff does. But excited to have this game finally, so I can read this rulebook, play through it, and see how it goes. And Rolling Solo did a really good kind of solo play, which is well worth a watch if you are interested in how this game plays out. Obviously, before you check out our channel, where I'll be doing a full gameplay through for this. So we've got kind of condition cards, I think. I think these are cursed cards. Yeah, so anemic, off guard, stress eater. And these are positive kind of effects you can have. Early riser, thick-blooded, quick reflexes, skilled gambler. We then got initiative cards, and these initiative cards represent the monsters who will be attacking, and of course the heroes. We have some afflictions. So fearful, selfish, masochistic, I can't say that, hopeless and irrational. But then you also have some virtues, so stalwart, courageous, focused, powerful and vigorous. So that's another box done. It looks like we're going on to the characters themselves now. I think this is going to be a game that takes up quite a bit of table space. We shall see. It's also one I'm planning on painting the miniatures for, but it's probably going to take me a while to do that because I want to make sure I do a good job of them. They looked fantastic in the campaign, so hopefully I can do some kind of justice to them. And the artwork themselves, honestly, they could have just had standees with this game and it would have been perfectly good as well. But yeah, everyone loves their old plastic. Okay, so we have got just an absolute ton of cards here. And these look like they're kind of power cards for the characters themselves. So let's just take a look at a couple of these. So we have the grave robbery, then toxic trickery. These are different positions they have to be in, and these all do different stuff on them. So level 3 abilities, level 2 abilities. The standard level 1 there is pick to the face. And then some level 2 card there, Toxin Trickery 2. Level 1 card, Toxin Trickery 1. So yeah, you're going to have all these different kind of skill cards for each of the characters, which do different stuff. So that's what you get in that box. So that covers the Jester, the Plague Doctor, the, who else we got? The Arbalist. Just a ton of characters here, guys. And what's cool about that is the fact that these characters can die and die for good. There's permadeath in this game, so when your characters meet their grisly demise, yeah, they ain't coming back until the next time you play the game in a different kind of campaign. I'm wondering if there's any like what kind of the expansions bring to it as well, because obviously you've only got one kind of setting, I think, for this base game. Once you've done that, I don't know how much is really left to, yeah, go back for. Let's take a look at the Jester. So the Jester, he's got solo. It's a finale. Finale 2. So yeah, just a ton of different cards, and you get a load of cards for each of the characters in this. I'm not going to go through all of them now. But stay tuned to the channel, because when we do film this, obviously I will be going through in much greater depth about what all these cards do, and yeah, hopefully I'll get some of the rules right as well. We can always hope. Okay, so let's go for the next one. So in this one, we have some more things that I don't know what they are. But it's pretty nice, they've actually put images on the card boxes themselves, so you know where to put these things back after you've done. I'm just wondering, with the expansions, some of them bring new heroes, and I wonder whether they have their own separate box. So this is good, it tells you what they are. So we've got some Hamlet events. So let's take a look at one of these, because I don't want to spoil too much for myself. So we have a town fair. Happiness and revelry drive the demons away, albeit only for a short while. Cool, okay. So you've got a bunch of those. Then we've got some boss quests. And we've got player aids there as well. Player aids, fantastic. Double-sided, 10 points Mythic games. It's like you've made a game before. Right, here's a boss one. Warm up the halls. The duck The dark recesses of the ruins house even more sinister and potent shadows. We must light up the hall's torches, bringing light and warmth, courage and hope. Thus you are tasked with torches in hand and a righteous purpose. Special rules: after rolling for provisions, each hero may turn one of them into a torch. Use a torch in dark rooms to light them up, in addition to its standard effect, and clear them. 1 XP per dark room illuminated, and this is what tokens you're going to be. These are what tokens you're going to be basically shuffling together to put into that dungeon dive. Okay, so that's everything in that box. And yeah, player aids. Honestly, you get lots of credit off me if you do player aids, because so many games I play, they don't have them, and it's really useful to actually have something to hand. Eldritch Horror, for instance, it's only got a few actions. It would have been pretty handy to have a player aid alongside, just to, you know, refresh your memory rather than having to keep going back to the rulebook. Okay, the next thing, we've got boss abilities in here. So let's take a look at, I guess, spoilers. You've got this stuff here. That's a double-sided one. There's the fanatic stuff. We've got bosses. So let's have a look at boss 1 here. The Necromancer. Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat? Well, so you've got a load of... That is literally just a bunch of bosses. Okay, next. Nearly done, guys. So we've got another thing. Looks like more boss stuff. Maybe, unless my eyes deceive me. I wonder how many bosses you get in this game. Like that, it's started to darken outside. Yeah, we've got even more boss cards here. But these ones actually tell you their actions and what they're going to be doing. So, different kind of behavior cards for the bosses, I guess. That's pretty cool. Now, we've got some boss stuff here as well. I don't know whether they're erratas or some additional stuff. Then we've got these, which are, looks like some different monsters that you're going to be coming across. So, the Rattler, for instance. Warning Rattle, Snake Bite, and Slither Forward. Okay, one last box to go through, and then we're going to try and rip into this. And hopefully they've put some miniatures in here, unless they're all in the strong box, which is an additional, which is where all the Kickstart stuff was, I believe. So in here, just more of those monster cards, I guess. I don't know if you've ever unboxed a video yourself, but it's always interesting opening up this and having a look at all these contents from a game you backed years ago. And yeah, you've kind of played other games since and forgotten what most of this stuff does. But yeah, just a whole deck full of these different monsters. And do they have any difference on these? Well, I guess you can have multiple, yeah, you can have multiple versions of the same monster, I guess. So, yeah, just loads of monster cards there. Right, so this next thing, that came out easier than I thought it would. So, additional contents, 4 boss cards, 10 experience points, 10 buff. Okay. So these must be the boss cards we've got there. So we've got Perfect Reflection, 4 of those. Okay, we have a board. This is for either the bad guys or the heroes. I can't remember what they refer to. Probably the bad guys. Yes, that's where the bad guys go, because if you look on here, depending on what position this guy's in, basically says you roll this dice and those things happen. Well, no, you don't roll the dice. You're there, you're going to do that one. If you're there, you're going to do this. Okay, so another board. We have the hamlets, which we went through to begin with. Nice image on the back there. But yeah, this is the hamlet and all the different destinations you can go to. We've got our buff and XP tokens there. Okay, so just that. Not quite sure what the purpose of that is, but someone's having a laugh, I'm sure. We've got record for all the campaigns you're going to go through, and there's loads of paper in here, so they are expecting you to place quite a lot. We've got larger boss cards in here. We've got the Bone Captain, the Brigand Bloodletter, the Ghoul, an Adder, the Prophet, another Prophet there, another Prophet. We have the Fanatic, level 1, Fanatic, level 2, Fanatic, level 3. We have Pyres, Templar Warlords. Sorry, that was a Templar Impaler there. A Mammoth Cyst, a Shuffling Horror. Then we have the Ancestor's second form, Gestating Heart, and the Heart of Darkness. So, spoilers, I guess the Ancestor who brings you here is actually a bad guy. Who knew? Then we've got our characters. We have the Abomination, level 3, 2, and 1. And then we've got our other characters, the Crusader, Hellion, Bounty Hunter. Yeah, so one of them's double-sided, 1, 2, and then the 3 hasn't got a back on the back of it. But yeah, so you've got all these guys. And the artwork is just, the game artwork was always really impressive, and it looks great on cardboard. Okay, even more cards for the heroes. So this is where their skills will be coming into effect, I imagine. Different artwork as well on some of these, which is pretty cool. And the Abomination, obviously, double-sided. Okay. Next, we're on to this. So you're going to assemble this to basically, well, I don't know what this is. I think this might be, oh, it'll take me ages. I think this might be where you put the hero's skill and abilities on. I don't know. Next. Whew. Heavy going. So you've got all the different maps you're going to be going through. Not double-sided, but nice artwork on the back. We've got a save box here. Now, this save box, I'm telling you right away, where's that going to go? Like, there's no way this is going to fit back in this box once you've got everything popped out. But that's pretty cool. You've got a little save box there. Put all your stuff in. Nice artwork as well. And now we have the rules. We got a starting thing there, and then the rules themselves in here, and there are quite a lot of rules in here. So you've got a lot of pages to go through. And thankfully they have all of the components listed out here, all the monsters. So we've got runes in this as well. So we've got the runes, and we've also got the regular dungeon, I guess. No, so you got the runes and you got the darkest dungeon. That's what it is. Okay. So yeah, loads of rules to go through here. But we'll probably be starting out on the old road. And then we're moving into, there are no minis inside here. So the minis must hopefully be inside the strong box. Otherwise, yeah, that's not going to be great. We also have some darkest dungeon baggies. And this nice little kind of insert. And there's nothing underneath, just checking. So let's take a look at these tokens. Okay, so a ton of tokens there. Some more tokens. And you know what? Here's some more tokens for you. Now these ones are what you're going to be assembling for creating the actual dungeon itself. And you'll be placing those on the various different pathways that you're going to be going down. So, for instance, this here, you'll be shuffling a couple up and putting them onto here. And when you move on to them, you'll reveal what you found. So, that's everything you get inside the base box of this. But obviously, we don't have any minis. So I'm fairly certain, fairly hopeful that all the minis are going to be in the Stronghold box, which is this next box over here. And on the back, it just tells you can play your favorite heroes in 3D. Well, let's see if our favorite heroes are indeed included in here. So yeah, this is hopefully all of our miniatures. And they have a really handy thing to know how to put them back in. What's in the top tray, what is on the bottom tray. So, wow. This is a lot of work. This is a project that is going to keep you busy for a while. Let's take a look at some of these guys. So really good job, Mythic Games, on getting these out. They look just like they do in the video game. I mean, look at that guy. That's fantastic. And you get 3 each of every sculpt by the looks of it. Check out that dude. This guy. Got your bone skeleton soldier guys. Wow, just really impressed with all of this. There's your adders. And we've got some brigands here. Honestly, they've done a fantastic job. I am really impressed with this. You look at the detail on that. That is so cool. And it's very intimidating. It's like, well, how am I going to paint these and make them look anywhere decent? Spoiler, I'm probably not. Oh wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I was like, oh, well, that's that box, but no. There's more. And thankfully, we have our heroes in the bottom. And even better than that, they are a different colour to the monsters. So that is fantastic. The Evil Dead board game, they have the same colour plastic for the monsters as the regular people. So it made it very hard to differentiate, if I'm honest. Okay, so let's go through each of these guys. So, Bounty Hunter, I think. I'm probably going to get some of these wrong. So this is the Caretaker, and I think he's just this is just representing something on the Hamlet board, maybe. We've got a Torch Tracker, hopefully tracking the darkness for us. We have a Plague Doctor, that guy's easy. Okay, I'm going to say that's the Hellion. The Occultist. The Arbalist. Oop, we've got the Crusader there. And we've even got the writing on here as well. So just running like a wash over that's going to bring that all out. I think that's the Abomination. Grave Robber. The Musketeer. You got to be careful how these go back in. We've got the Jester. His sock is actually slightly loose, which is quite fun. And then we've got the... Oh, I can't remember. I want to say she's like a nun, but I don't know. She's a healer. I don't know. Then some more bad guys here. It's kind of looks like a necromorph. We've got like a token there. Not quite sure what that is. We've got some more of those, just like wooden stakes. Maybe a boss spawns those. Looks like the ancestor there. Look at that. Little grubby things. But yeah, this is going to be fantastic when someone's painted this up properly. Not my painting, but just anyone who's decent at painting is going to make a really good job out of that. So yeah, that's just the top tray. We have one more tray to go. Oh, and this is actually going to be tricky to get out of the box, so I'm going to have to do the box upside down. This is unheard of. Ooh. Okay, so there's only one tray for this because it's all these big monsters in here. So let's go through each one of these. We've got the Abomination. So that's when the kind of transforms. Got this kind of boss here. Got like a pyre. Got some snakes, some rattlers. You got this big guy, double-headed terror. That chap. We'll go down the bottom here now. This thing, like a heart. Ugh. That very nice chap. This fellow. Yeah, whatever that is. You even got whatever this is. Well, interesting. Let's go on the top row now. Well, they're not the penultimate row, I guess. I did not see how that came out. I think like that. We've got another guy with a weird tail thing. This guy. I mean, the poses are so good. Oh yeah, I've just seen the bottom of him. It's all tentacles. The cultist there. This guy, oh wow. I mean, painting that's going to be a nightmare. Trying to get through to the skull. Oof. We got another one of these chaps. And then we got this thing, a ghoul maybe. This kind of begging character. This big brute. Whatever that used to be. It's like a person. Kind of looks like the ancestor. Maybe it's him. So 3 of those. Finally, you got this chap. Wow. So that is everything you get inside the strong box, plus the just regular Darkest Dungeon box there. So I assume if you're able to buy this retail off their web store, you'll be getting both the base box and that stronghold box. So the last thing I got here to look at, because I will do the Crimson caught in another video, just because this is getting on a bit. The last thing I've got to do is the Musketeer. So the last character I have, because yeah, I didn't back any of the boxes. The other boxes came with some of the other kind of characters and other monsters, other settings. But yeah, this is already quite expensive for what it was. So we've got the Musketeer leveling up there. Don't know whether this is player versus player or something. I don't know. But you've got these things as well. We've got her position, and then obviously all of her skills in there, and the miniature itself. And that's it. That's all I'm going to unbox for the moment. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, and please like and subscribe to Die Rollin. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. You can also find me on TikTok, which for a man of my age, I shouldn't be on there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. We will be doing full gameplay of this, and the Crimson Court expansion unboxing will be up very soon. Until next time, guys, I've been the ever excitable Adam. Stay safe and Die Rollin.